Nigerian troops free 62 hostages in Zamfara. Former Justice Minister Malami says no weapons found in his house. Police arraigned 11 suspects in Abuja court over murder of Arise TV anchor. On the international scene, Ugandan opposition leader Bobi Wine in hiding after police raid on his home. And on a sports update, CAF has listed 3 Nigerians in its best 11 for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Hello and welcome to the Standard Voice Global News. My name is Musa Mohammed. 5 soldiers and 1 police officer have been killed in an ambush in northwest Nigeria, the army said. The attack occurred in Zamfara State on Monday, Army spokesman David Adeosi said in a statement. Nigerian soldiers also rescued 62 hostages in a separate operation in the country's northwest region on Wednesday. Another army spokesman, Olani Oshoba, said that the hostages were released in the Monhaye forest, a known hideout of notorious bandit leader Kachala Alti, which is also located in Zamfara State. Efforts are ongoing to reunite the freed hostages with their families. Last month, the U.S. launched airstrikes in northern Nigeria targeting IS after allegations that the West African country failed to rein in attacks on Christians. Former Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, SAN, has denied reports claiming that weapons were discovered in some houses allegedly belonging to him. He said that no authority has informed him, his family, or his lawyers that any weapons were found in his residence. The statement accuses media outlets of spreading rumors without conducting proper investigation. Malami also denied any link to terrorism or terrorism financing, stating that the allegations were made without mentioning any name, group, transaction, or any credible evidence. He urged media organizations to distinguish between allegations and facts and to allow the law to take its proper course. The Federal Capital Territory Police Command has arraigned 11 suspects linked to a robbery incident at Unique Apartments, Katampe Extension in Mabushi area of Abuja, which led to the killing of Arise News anchor Somto Chiku Christella Maduagu and Barnabas Alami, a security guard working in the apartment. According to a Wednesday statement signed by the command's public relations officer, SP Josephine Hadi. According to a Wednesday statement signed by the command's public relations officer, SP Josephine Hadi, the suspects were arraigned on a 9-count charge, including criminal conspiracy, armed robbery, and murder. The command urges members of the public to remain vigilant and promptly report suspicious persons or packages through the command's emergency lines. The Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, Kano State Command, has arrested a man suspected of unlawfully seizing motorcycles in various parts of the state while impersonating an FRSC officer. The arrest was confirmed in a statement issued on Wednesday by the agency's public relations officer, Abdullahi Labaran. According to the statement, the suspect, identified as Abdullahi Ali, is from Bela village in Ungoko local government area of Kano State. He was arrested on January 19, 2026, following numerous complaints from members of the public. Labaran said the complaints involved individuals impersonating FRSC officers to illegally seize motorcycles, claiming they were carrying out patrol duties. The Lagos state government has disbursed a sum of 40 million naira as consolatory assistance to support families and dependents of fallen officials of the Lagos State Transport Management Authority last month. In a statement posted on the official X handle of LASTMA on Thursday, the presentation of the support was coordinated by the Special Advisor to Governor Babachide Sanwo-Olu on Transportation, Honorable Shola Giwa, and held at the agency's headquarters in the Oshodi area of Lagos State. According to the statement, the gesture is a reaffirmation of compassion, institutional appreciation, and wavering resolve to immortalize sacrifice departed officials of last year. They are gallant heroes and heroines who laid down their lives in the faithful discharge of duty. At the ceremony, 20 families and dependents were each presented with the sum of 2 million naira as a demonstration of the state government's enduring solidarity and concern. Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf has approved the sponsorship of the bereaved father of the 6 children and their mother, who were killed in the Charanchi Orei area of Kano for Hajj and Umrah, alongside a new house and full welfare support. Fatima Ibrahim Dosara reports.
Governor Yusuf announced the intervention during a condolence visit to the family, where he expressed deep sympathy and assured them of the Kano State government's continued support. On justice, Governor Yusuf directed the Kano State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice to fast-track prosecution of the suspects already arrested in connection with the killings. He assured that all those found culpable would be prosecuted for justice to be served. He commended the Nigerian Police Force and Department of State Services (DSS) and other security agencies for their synergy and swift action that led to the arrest of the suspects. In appreciation of the government's intervention, the bereaved father of the Chiranchi victims donated his personal house to the Kano State government for the construction of an Islamia school to serve the community. The governor also paid a condolence visit to the family of the late Dr. Baturi Abdulaziz, president of the National Patriotic Elders Forum for Peace and Unity, to commiserate with them over his passing. The governor described the late Dr. Abdulaziz as a patriotic elder and peace advocate whose contributions to unity and national development would be remembered, while praying for Allah to forgive his shortcomings and grant him Jannatul Firdaus. In a related development, the Nigeria Association of Women Journalists (NAWJ), led by the National Secretary Wasila Ladan, paid a condolence visit to the family of Fatima, the mother and her 6 children brutally killed in Orei, Kano State. NAWJ boss Hajia Aisha Ibrahim, who was ably represented by the National Secretary, urged neighbors to embrace the Hausa culture of harmony and peaceful coexistence. She called on security agencies to expedite the prosecution process, ensuring justice is served for the victims. The national chairperson emphasized that an injury to one is injury to all. This heroic killing has touched the saddened Nigerians. This horrific killing has touched and saddened Nigerians. NAWJ reaffirms commitment to seeking justice for the victims and supporting the bereaved family. The deceased husband appreciated NAWJ's support and prayed for their continued advocacy against injustice. Fatima Ibrahim Dosara, reporting for SVTV News.
Thank you, Fati. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is firmly positioned to secure a second term in office. All Progressives Congress APC National Chairman Professor Nentawi Yilwatda declared yesterday, outlining strategies he believes will give the president an edge in the next election. Yilwatda cited growing youth support, policy delivery, party expansion, and data-driven mobilization. He spoke in Abuja on Tuesday night at the APC Northwest Youth Mobilization Meet and Greet program convened by the Minister of State for Works, Bello Gorenyo, who hails from Sokoto State. Party leaders at the event said that contrary to opposition narratives, tangible policy gains are restoring public confidence in the ability of the Tinubu administration to reposition the country from decades of decline towards growth and stability. The African Democratic Congress (ADC) in Nasarawa State has suspended its state chairman Godwin Alako Williams over allegations of actions that contravene the party's rules. In a statement, the party's state publicity secretary Idris Ojoko said the decision was taken following a petition accusing Alako of activities that threaten the unity and progress of the party. The allegations include refusal to recognize the party's national leadership, failure to cooperate in forming alliances, and reporting party leaders to security agencies. Alako was suspended for a period of 14 days to allow an investigation by the party's disciplinary committee. Barrister Paul Magaji Aji was appointed as the acting state chairman, while Umar Babiaro was named acting secretary. And now to business news. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has disclosed that 74% of Nigerians were financially included as of the first half of 2025. Karim Suleiman has more updates on business.
The Apex Bank made this known in its latest financial stability report, stating that as of end June 2025, financial inclusion stood at 74%, falling short of the 95% target set under the National Financial Inclusion Strategy for the end of 2024. The NFIS serves as Nigeria's main policy framework for expanding access to credit, savings, payments, insurance, and pensions. According to the CBN, 64,094 new agents were on board under the shared agent network expansion facilities during the review period, bringing the total number of agents nationwide to 2,021,338. This increased access points to 1,903 per 100,000 adults, further deepening financial access across the country. The bank noted that this achievement reflects the impact of strategic partnership and targeted initiatives aimed at expanding financial service nationwide. During the period under review, the National Financial Inclusion Secretariat also established a governance structure comprising a steering committee, a technical committee, and 4 working groups focusing on product, channel, financial literacy, and interventions. Mali Directorate General of Commerce and Competition has announced that the supply of petrol in the country is increasing, with large fuel tanker trucks reaching filling stations in less than 48 hours, according to reports by the independent newspaper Mali Jet. The agency said the fuel supplied on January 19 is sufficient to meet the country's need for several weeks. The agency is calling on the public to continue using petrol as usual and to avoid panic buying or purchasing more than necessary. The DGCC stated that it is working with the country's security forces to ensure safety during fuel transportation, adding that officials says the gradual resumption of tanker movement is helping to restore normal fuel availability across the country. This announcement follows weeks of fuel shortage caused by road blockade imposed by the Al-Qaeda-linked JNIM groups since early September 2025, which cut off fuel supply routes to Bamako and other cities.
Thank you, Abdul. On the international scene, Ugandan opposition leader Bobi Wine is on the run after police raided his home. Brigadier Abdullahi Haruna tells us more.
Bobi Wine, whose real name is Robert Chagulani, he said he escaped the raid and has since been in hiding. He said he constantly on the move and been housed and protected by the common people. Wine has said his wife and other relatives are under house arrest. The singer turned politician was the main challenger to the president. The singer turned politician was the main challenger to President Yoweri Museveni in last week's presidential election. Official results gave him just under 25% of the vote to Museveni's 72%, but Wine has called the vote blatant theft. Talking to AFP about the future of his party, Wine said he did not have a firm plan. Museveni's son, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who serves as Uganda's army chief, on Tuesday threatened to hunt down and kill Wine. Kainerugaba wrote that they have killed 22 NUP terrorists since last week, referring to the Wine's National Unity Platform led by Wine. He added that he is praying 23rd will be Kabobi, using Wine's nickname. Responding to the threat, Wine said he is not a criminal but a presidential candidate, adding that it is not a crime to run against his father. Museveni has called the opposition terrorists and accused them of trying to use violence to overturn the election. Last week's vote was marred by violence and an internet shutdown. African election observers said arrest and abduction had instilled fear. Bilkisu Haruna Abdullahi, SVTV News.
And on sports updates, Shamsuddin Abubakar Sadauki says the Confederation of African Football (CAF) has listed 3 Nigerians, Victor Osimhen, Calvin Bassey, and Ademola Lookman, in its best 11 for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations (AFCON). While elsewhere, Marseille, France, and Liverpool moved closer to automatic qualification for the UEFA Champions League last 16, with a commanding 3-0 victory over Marseille on Wednesday night as Mohamed Salah returned to the starting lineup. His report.
CAF released the list, dominated by Nigerian, Senegals, and Moroccans on Wednesday morning about the 3 days after the tournament. Osimhen pictured in 6 games for the Super Eagles after the 3 African champions won bronze in Morocco. The Galatasaray Poch scored 4 goals in the competition. His compared an Atlanta winger, Lookman, had the most goal involvement at the AFCON, netting 3 and providing 4 assists. For the Fulham Bassey, his including was not fluker. The former Rangers man was the wall in the Nigerian defense, helping the team keep 3 clean sheets in the 6 matches he played. The defender played all the minutes for coach Eric Charles' side in Morocco, but did not take part in the 3rd place playoff. After being suspended, while the Nigeria had 3 persons on the list, runner-up Morocco and winners Senegal after dominated the team of the competition. There were 4 players each from the Teranga Lions and the Atlas Lions of Morocco. Still on the spot, Marseille, France, Liverpool moved closer to the automatic qualification for the UEFA Champions League last 16 within the commanding 3-0 victory over the Marseille on Wednesday night, as Mohamed Salah returning to the starting lineup. Dominique Salzburg gave the 6-time European Champions League lead the first half stoppage time, whipping home free kick after the foul on the edge of the area. Liverpool doubled their advantage in the second half when Marseille goalkeeper Jeremiah Low crossed into his own net. Substitute Cody Gakpo added the tight injury time to complete a comprehensive win. Arda Sloth's side extended their unbeaten run 13 matches and climbed to the 4th in the 36-team Champions League table. Victory over the Karabakh at the Anfield next week will ensure the top 8 Spanish and direct qualification for the knockout stage. Salah made his first start since November following his return from the international duties and the African Cup of Nations. Salah made his first start since November following his return from the international duty at the African Cup of Nations, despite missing a late chance to end his goal drought. The Egyptian player and role as Liverpool dominate long spells of the match. Shamsuddin Abubakar Saraki reporting for SVTV News Kaduna.
And with that, a sports update. We wrap up our news package for this evening. But before we go, another look at the major stories. Nigerian troops free 62 hostages in Zamfara. Former Justice Minister Malami says no weapons found in his house. Police arraigned 11 suspects in Abuja court over murder of Arise TV and Co. On the international scene, Ugandan opposition leader Bobi Wine in hiding after police raid on his home. On a sports update, CAF has listed 3 Nigerians in its best 11 for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. On behalf of all the production crew and the duty editor, Fatima Ibrahim Dosara, I am Musa Muhammad, wishing you a pleasant evening.